The origins of Juve coincide with the emancipation from slavery in 1838. Emancipation provided Africans with the opportunity to participate in Carnival, a Spanish festival. Some Juve traditions are carried forward in remembrance of civil disturbances in Port of Spain, Trinidad, when people smeared themselves with oil and paint to avoid being recognized. In 2018, more than a dozen Juve concerts were held by several promoters throughout Guyana, even though in most Caribbean territories, it is celebrated once during Carnival festivities. Mashramani coordinator Andrew Tyndall responded to Nightly News about how the committee plans to deal with regional traditions being slowly incorporated into the local festival.
Mashramani is different. It celebrates our culture, it celebrates our tradition. It caters to all sectors of the society, and the onus is not just on the Ministry of Social Cohesion, Culture, Youth and Sports to ensure that Mashramani remains relevant. The onus is on every Guyanese for Mashramani to remain relevant. So Mashramani will be as relevant as we Guyanese want it to be relevant. It's our festival. Even if we look outside and we adopt what is happening outside, we also have to recognize that the reason that we're looking at that is because the persons from those countries, they own their stuff.
Minister of Social Cohesion Dr. George Norton, in responding to another question by this newscast, explained that in a recent meeting with several promoters, he questioned the relevance of one particular concept.
Well, I must tell you that I was the first person to question the rep that we had on MASH committee from Region 7, because they've got an activity called Juve, and I asked, why Juve? You know, some other region mentioned a wet fete, you know, but when you start using Juve, you're giving that impression, making the question you ask very pertinent. But, you know, we here in the Caribbean, we've got our form of music, our forms of dance, and a wet fete is something that you're seeing all across the world now, where it might be in the form of foam falling from the roof in a discotheque, or it could be just open people just spraying water on each other.
Minister Norton explained that while he has no authority to dictate what private entities promote during the Mashramani period, it is important for promoters to understand what Mashramani represents.
Right. The fact that we're drawing it to the attention of the organizers, especially those that are dealing with directly with us, because we can't stop somebody from putting a name to their, bluntly, putting a name to their concert. If they think that it's in the best interest, that will attract more people, then, you know, we have to listen to them. But it's not something that we're encouraging. We'd prefer us to move away from this whole terminology of Juve.
Javon Vickery, HGP Nightly News.